I'm Allie Marshall. I am here with Reed Turchi of the band Turchi. He has recently just moved back to Asheville, and we're going to talk a bit about that and about his music, and also listen to an original tune. So thanks for letting us hang out here on your back porch today.
Yeah.
Nice summery day with your tomato plant.
Yeah, it's not actually mine, but no one was here, so I thought it'd be nice.
Yeah.
It's the last night of another lightning bug summer. Two girls looking out over their hometown, kicking their heels above Ellicott City. 100 tons of powder coal getting ready to rain down.
I was thinking about your sound, which you call kudzu boogie, and I wondered if with the extensive touring that the band does, if people respond to that differently in different parts of the region or the country, wherever you go.
Yeah, I think in the southeast people are at least familiar with it and are kind of amused by it. We had a early review from a guy actually up in the northeast who called the guitar kind of kudzu fuzz, and then we sort of stole it from that because we were calling the style of the music slide guitar boogie up to that point, and so it was a nice sort of combination. And then there we had someone from the UK write and say, I found many pictures of some plant when I searched for kudzu, but other than that I have no idea what this means. It's like, well, us either, it just sounded kind of cool. So we've gone with that. And then if we ever travel to the Orient, I guess we'll have to figure out answers for the original land of kudzu. I don't know.
They might totally get it though. I mean, because they really kind of get American roots music, especially bluegrass.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that could work well for us.
Yes, it might make sense. So you've talked a bit about the mythical aspect of the slide guitar, especially around the different types of slides that players choose. Is there either a slide that's especially evocative to you, or maybe a story around that?
I don't think there's a story for it, except that I was trying to learn how to play a slide, and all the glass slides in the store were way too big and really clunky. So that's what I started with anyway, for I guess just a few weeks, and then I finally found a copper slide that fit much better. And then, my main sort of slide influence, the two guitarists at least that I started following the most would be Fred McDowell and Kenny Brown, and they both actually use shorter versions of copper slides that are sort of cut so they don't fit over this larger knuckle, and they just stay on the end of the finger, and then it allows more flexibility with the hand to not have that finger rigid. But I haven't gone that far. Just use the copper slide.
Yeah. As far as your lyrics, your songwriting, I feel like listening to it, there's a real basis in literature, especially Southern Lit. And I just wondered if there are any Southern Lit authors that you're really drawn to or inspired by.
Yeah, I think the main ones that I read a lot are probably George Singleton from South Carolina, who does mostly fiction and short stories, and then there's a lot of poetry too in terms of sort of general narrative, like Larry Levis is probably my biggest influence there. And then in terms of sort of more in the genre, I remember Morris Manning in Kentucky is one of the, I don't know, another guy. His book The Common Man is great, and kind of like the songs, the structures he uses are all very, I don't know. At first they don't seem that difficult, the structures themselves. But then what he can create from words within that structures and images, which are my big thing, and always narrative. And he writes about song and music a lot in his poetry, so that's even easier to transcribe.
Yeah.
Our troubles and trials are almost over. troubles and trials almost over. Troubles and trials almost over.
So now you're back in Asheville. You grew up here and you're home again. Are there any specific local sights and sounds that you're kind of hoping to tap into, maybe for musical inspiration?
Yeah, I mean, obviously they have to be kept somewhat secret, but
Okay.
no, but
Maybe just a hint.
yeah, no, those are all the sights and sounds that sort of already have been amused and show up in the songs. I grew up in East Asheville, and so the valleys that are usually referred to as the Swananoa Valley there, which we can always hear trains in that valley there, and then the Waffle House there on Exit 55, though I might still be banned from it. That has some stories to it, some stories which haven't made it into song yet, and then there are other images and sights from around there, and trains are nice, and I can hear trains here. I found out last night, so that was good too. But otherwise it's definitely this sort of mountain atmosphere that doesn't exist anywhere else, especially in the southeast.
Yeah, cool. Well, thanks so much for talking to us, and welcome home.
Thank you.